Hi, I'm Jessica Marshall, and I'm one of the partners at Anderson and Boback. We're here today to talk to you about family therapy and how it can help you and your family move forward in a divorce or parentage situation. A lot of people are hesitant to engage in family therapy, but I'm here to tell you that it really can be life-changing, especially when you're going through something so personal as a divorce or a separation from your child's parent. It can help you with anxiety and the changes that you're experiencing in your day-to-day lives. It's nice to have an outlet and a third-party neutral who you can speak to about these things, and they can help you cope. Finding a therapist is something that is a process. You shouldn't just hire the first person that you meet with. You'll want to do your research on therapists who maybe have experience in an area that is unique to your situation. You'll want to meet multiple people and see if they're a good fit and if you're comfortable with them. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult to talk to them about such personal things. It's a good idea when researching who to hire for family therapy that you find therapists who are familiar with things that are relevant to your situation. Every family has their own challenges. Perhaps it's abuse, alcoholism, or more. There are therapists that can help you specifically with those issues that are trained in those specific disciplines. When you meet therapists, you should select the one who you're the most comfortable with. And don't be afraid to change therapists if you select someone who you thought was a good fit, but later discover that it's just not working out. Therapists can be extremely helpful to children in a divorce or separation situation. They have a lot of trouble managing their emotions, especially in something that is so personal to them. They're learning a new role. Perhaps if a significant other is introduced, they now have a new family unit that they have to adjust to. And having a therapist is an integral part of the healing process for them. It is imperative that children who are going through the separation of their parents know that this is not their fault. A therapist can help them manage their emotions. Another great benefit of a family therapist is that children will be very honest with a neutral third party as long as they're comfortable with them. And so a lot of times the therapist will find out things or hear things that the parent wouldn't otherwise know. And it really helps the children because if something is wrong, a therapist can, in certain situations, tell the parent what's going on with their child. A lot of people worry that if they see a therapist, that what they say could be held against them later, especially if they're in a court case, a divorce process, or a separation from the other child's parent. The truth of the matter is that most therapists do not want to get involved in the legal process. There are rules in place that can protect people from their therapist records being accessed, and only in certain situations will the therapist have to talk to a guardian ad litem or a child representative in court. There are, however, certain things that you need to exercise caution regarding when it comes to using a therapist during a divorce case. There are pitfalls that you want to avoid. First and foremost, you want to try and avoid having your therapist testify in court, and as I mentioned, they really don't want to anyway. One way to be certain that a family therapist won't ever have to testify is to have them court appointed. Under current law, if a therapist is court appointed, then a guardian ad litem or a child representative is actually precluded from talking to them about your situation. HIPAA also still applies to therapy and the relationship between a patient and their therapist in family court. So, in order to get therapeutic records or any mental health records, there is a gigantic process that the attorneys have to go through. A lot of times, a family therapist will be used when there is a strained relationship between the children and one of the parents. And that is an area where caution really needs to be exercised. A lot of judges will toss the issue to a therapist regarding when certain things can happen. Maybe it's overnight parenting time, or taking the children on vacation, or an increase in parenting time. And you really need to be careful that you're not giving the therapist the judge's job to adjudicate these issues, because therapists always look out for what they believe is in their patient's best interest. They're wonderful, but they are a little bit coddling, whereas the court is a little bit more direct, and their job is to apply the law. In sum, family therapy can be life-changing for people going through the divorce and separation process. It's beneficial for you as the parent. It's beneficial for you even if you do not have children to have an individual therapist. And it's beneficial to minor children so that they have an outlet and somebody who they can speak to who isn't a parent regarding everything that is going on in their home. Some of the pitfalls to look out for with therapy are giving the therapist too much control to make decisions in your case, and also the delicate issue of when a therapist may or may not testify in your case. That is an issue that you would want to discuss with your attorney, and certain safeguards can be put into place to make sure that that does not happen. Thanks for watching our video, and feel free to reach out to Anderson and Boback to discuss any issues or questions you have regarding therapy or family therapy and how it relates to your family law case.